All right, y'all. So I just got done with an athlete, and this is our family member, Christina. She's part of the AM fam. She saw that I was going to be in Orlando. She doesn't live far from here, so she's going to be getting a makeup lesson. So thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you, Amber.
Of course.
I like my coffee black, wife too. Don't turn this to no controversy, it's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off at times too.
We have dark spots,
okay.
PCOS and other things, and like hair bumps and stuff. We have pores. We have oily skin, which I don't mind the oily skin. It's just when it accentuates my pores, I'm like, oh God.
Yes.
Then we have problems with concealer to where I don't even really wear it. Because I struggle with like the lines and the sinking in the lines. And I know there's going to be some gathering, but I'm like, I don't want to look, you know, older than I am.
Absolutely.
So and then I work like sometimes 10-hour days. So I need the makeup to get me through 12 hours.
What are some products that you have been using that you feel like work okay or work good?
You know, I just buy everything.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
I just buy and try everything. So I have Estee Lauder. I have... What else do I have? I have Estee Lauder. I have Sephora Best Skin Ever. I have YSL All Hours. You know, I have different...
She's a makeup girly. Okay. Okay. So... we'll start first. Skin prep. Oily. Your skin looks beautiful.
Thank
you. You have beautiful skin. And I know we tend to see ourselves more harshly than others do. Your skin is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's going to be real easy, all right?
Well, we hope. You might start and you might be like, oh.
Stop it. And it could be more so, Christina, that it's like an application and technique situation versus products that you have here. So just going to pop that there for a moment. And I'm just going to look, see what you got.
Yeah, so I kind of brought a sampling of what I have.
Okay.
So down here, these are like the foundations that I have. I have NARS. I have YSL All Hours. I have Sephora. Sometimes I use these. I don't use these as concealers. I use these as foundation. And I use this. This is like my little drugstore pick. This is my Estee Lauder.
Okay. Now
for powder, I rarely use this. I don't know why I brought it, but you know, it's full, so I said, let me bring it. Most of the time I use Huda Beauty. Sometimes I use this. Sometimes I use that. Bronzer has been these two.
I love those
So I struggle with this because I feel like it's a little too red.
Is that 3?
Yeah, this is 3.
Okay. I have number 2, but number 2...
I feel like 2 was... Yeah.
This is 2.
Yeah.
That's too light.
I don't know. It's just something that I like better with this tone than this one.
This one's more red. This one's more golden. Yeah. So you're like me. You have that golden undertone. So as far as like the tintity, it's just like I'm deeper. I have more melanin, but our undertone is still golden. So like for me, like I can wear 3. But shade 4, I can't wear shade 4. Shade 4 is way too, I'm like, you can see the difference in this one here. But with Charlotte Tilbury, once you get to 2, now we've lost the intensity. It's not going to be dark enough. Then I also have, let me see. These are the L'Oreal.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, oh, she got the L'Oreal.
Yep. Because they're great. And that's the thing too, it's just kind of like, now the way that makeup has evolved, it's not even a matter of, oh, I don't do drugstore. Now it's a matter of who got the right color.
Exactly.
Like, and I think if people can just kind of let go of, oh, I need to have high end and really focus on the coloring of things, because that's where I am. Like this year I made the transition where, like, for you said you were struggling like with under your eyes. I've been putting foundation under people's eyes and skipping concealer.
That's what I've been doing too. Yeah. I just take up my foundation up there.
Yeah. And the reason being is because when it comes to concealer, like, yes, it is more potent with pigment, but they tend to be a little bit thicker. And when we get up under here and it's thick, it don't do what we want it to do. You know what I mean?
It does not.
And so it's just kind of like, you have your products, and if you want to use it for something else, you can do so. And you have it here. I'm going to show you just like my technique, how I do it. Have you tried Estee Lauder under the eyes before?
Mm-mm.
This is what I've been doing with all my clients.
Okay.
So I'm just going to show you my technique. And then for pores, what I like to use is, where's she at? I don't know if you've tried it. I've condensed mine, the Danessa Meyer Shimmy Skin Balm in Universal.
I have it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
I don't hate it. I
Okay.
used one, and then I have one that I have not opened yet, and I'm like,
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk you through. Basically, I'm just going to do your makeup.
Yeah,
I'm gonna walk you
honestly,
through
I
it,
really don't.
And then,
I just want whatever it is to work.
Yeah,
I don't even care about.
I think for you, it's going to be more so of a technique. I don't think it's your products, because everything that you have, I'm like, yep, that's good, that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
So it could just be more of a technique situation.
Oh, and then another problem that I have is I don't know what undertone I am.
Mm-hmm.
I have surface tones that are more reddish,
Mm-hmm.
pinkish, and I have, this. So in one of your videos, you were talking about how you use the chest as a guide. If I put this foundation on my face, it's going to be very Casper up here. So I know maybe concealer wise, I could put it in the center of my face and then leave this kind of the tone that it is. Because this is very light. But then when I do wear tops, I don't want to be like, like a floating head either.
Right.
So I struggle with that.
So I look at the chest for the undertone. And then if I need to adjust as far as making something deeper, I can do that. And I think that's probably what people get confused. When I say match to the chest, it's not necessarily saying this shade here is what needs to go here. It's the undertone, because if you get the undertone right, everything gonna be cool.
And I haven't gotten that right.
But when the undertone is wrong, so it could be the right intensity. When I say intensity, it could be the right depth, deep enough. But let's say if you're an Estee Lauder, you're a shade 5, right? Okay, cool, we got the intensity, but Estee Lauder has 5W, they have 5 cool, they have 5 neutral, and they have 5 warm. So if you go with a cool, it's going to look crazy. So it's all about picking the proper undertone, because once you got the undertone, you can make everything else work.
Yeah. Once I figure out what my undertone is, the sky is the limit. Because then I'll be able to figure out, what foundations to buy in each brand. I just don't know. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm neutral golden. I don't know.
You are. You're like me. It's the same thing. I have more melanin, but we're both more so in that neutral golden. I can do warm sometimes, but it just depends. Estee Lauder warm for me, I can do it. Estee Lauder's 6W. It's a good shade because it's warm, but it's not too warm. But then if I look at something like can't even think of anything off the top of my head. If I do another shade and maybe from a different brand, it's warm, but I'm just this is too warm. Now I look orange, and it's you know what I mean? It's just not looking normal.
And most brands, they have neutral, cool, warm, but I'm not quite warm and I'm not quite neutral. So then I'll get them warm, but I'll put a little bit of that in there to kind of tone it down. Yeah.
The best brands that really do good on the golden undertones when you're our complexion, it's going to be NARS, it's going to be Estee Lauder, and it's going to be, who else? Huda Beauty. Those 3 ones, they do that neutral, golden, warm very, very well. That's one of the reasons why I struggle with MAC. Because MAC doesn't make sense in my brain, because how can I the neutral warm and then you have the neutral cool, but it seems like most people who are having that golden undertone were kind of doing the NC, but then it didn't look right. And so when I shipped the NW, I'm like, okay, this is great too, but if I go too dark, now it's going to be too red. It's their stuff is very tricky to me.
Yeah, their foundation, I usually use C8. That's what I normally use. And C8 is a little dark, but I just light it up. I have a whitener with this, and I just lighten it up with that when I use it. But I know I'm going to have to mix. There's not going to be a perfect foundation shade. Yeah. But I just, like you said, I just need to know what it is. And then once I know what it is, then I can go from there.
And you hit it around the head too, because I talk about that. A lot of people are looking for that perfect shade. It doesn't exist. You are unique. You are not in a bottle. I am not in a bottle. So all it is color play. So if you can get the right undertone, like for me, like the top of my big old forehead is darker than the rest of my body. I don't put foundation up here. I leave it blank. I just put bronzer up there and you can't even tell. And so it's just a matter of pulling the right colors.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you this so that way you can watch
me. To put this?
Oh, yeah, you can put it right there on the bed. You got it?
And then also, like, I wanted to know, like, based on my skin tone, like, what colors would be good for eyeshadows and blushes and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, with eyeshadow, you can kind of wear whatever you want, I guess, but I want things that are flattering for my skin tone.
Yeah. So the beauty of brown eyes, you can wear whatever color you want. Brown is neutral if you really want to make brown eyes pop. If you do, like, those rich, deep emerald greens and those rich blue, like, when I say that to some people, they freak out, but I'm like, no, like, a dark blue for like eyeliner. Like if I want to make brown eyes pop, I will use a green, blue, or purple deep eyeliner. It'll make it light up. Like these ones I'm loving right now. These are from Sephora. Like something like this. It's not scary. You know what I mean? Because when you say green, it's like, whoop, like, no, it's got to be the depth.
Green or...
Yeah, no. So those tones are going to make the eyes, like that beautiful dark purple there, that's pretty. So let me go wash my hands real quick. More difficult than what it actually needs to be. Nothing more, nothing less. Because it's like, too much of a good thing's too much. We got two now. Everyone's like, no, do this. No, don't do that. And it's just kind of like, and I say it all the time on my YouTube channels, like, I know that I have a golden undertone, right? But if I go into a store and I pick what I know my undertone is, and it look crazy, you gotta throw it out the window, and you have to go off of your eye. And I think that's the hang up. A lot of people have a hard time just using their eye because you don't have to be an expert to know, wait a minute, that ain't right. That don't look right.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just taking, these are the Sephora Clarifying Peel Pads. I love these because it's a soft exfoliant. It's going to give your skin that natural glow, remove any impurities. And this is just something I do before I do anyone's makeup.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I wanted to come now too, because I said, while the Sephora sale is going on, just in case I need to pick up something. So I will be getting probably some of those.
Yes. All right, then Neutrogena Hydro Boost. You're an oily skin girl. I am too. This is what I use. Again, Neutrogena has been doing me good since I was a teenager. There's not a Neutrogena product that I have used that I didn't like. I like this one because it's a gel formula. And so therefore it's great for oily skin. Any moisturizer that is going to be a gel formula is going to be great for oily skin because it's going to hydrate your skin. It's not going to make you greasy, but it's going to sink right on in.
And that's the Neutrogena Gel Cream.
Yep, Hydro Boost. And it's great for makeup too because it sinks in and the makeup just grabs right onto it. And then something else that I've started doing as well, look up with your eyes for me, I've started taking it up under the eyes too. Right. Feels good, right?
I do like that.
Yeah. And I like it because it sinks in. Like, I can't stand a moisturizer. It just sits on top of my skin, especially during the daytime. At nighttime, cool, whatever. I'm sleeping, but during the day, cannot do it. Cannot do it. Okay, so my pores are larger than life. They are very obnoxious. And that's the thing with oily skin. It's just kind of like, yeah, like the clarity of our skin is good, but when the oil pushes through, it just makes those pores look crazy. So this is Danessa Skin Yummy Balm Universal. So any of the areas, typically pores are on the cheeks. And I like to press this into the skin. Pillow on the T-zone. I don't know what is in this stuff, but she's a genius.
I was using it heavy, and then I don't know what happened. I got sidetracked with other things.
Well, it happens because when you're a beauty girl, you know, new things come out, and it's like, oh, I want to try that. Because, I mean, I go through that. I'm like, why did I stop using that? It's not bad. Something else grabbed my attention because when it comes to makeup, I have squirrel brain. And I want to see. All right. So we'll do a little eye work first, okay? Eye primer is a must. Oily eyelids, I'm assuming you struggle with that as well. Yep. One of my favorites is the Smashbox Studio. What is this? The name is so long. 24-hour photo finish. They've changed the name to this one primer, I swear, like a bazillion times. And then I tell people you can use concealer on your eyelids as well to prime. You just have to make sure that it is a matte concealer, because if it's one that's too creamy or, you know, more natural, it doesn't set down, and then you go to try to blend over it. Like, even sometimes I've experienced, like, even if I put a powder on it first, like, it just gets muddy. We're gonna go neutral with a pop of color, okay? So I'm just gonna start off with Spicy. It's just a very warm tone. It's one of those easy shades. You can put it on the lid.
I was on YouTube. I'm not sure if you may have seen me before, or seen me comment before, but
yeah, that's you. Oh my goodness!
I try to watch when I have time.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I watched some of the journeys, and I always remember you saying at the end of your videos to cast another net.
Yes, I love that.
And I was like, oh my gosh, she has her own palette. Yeah, this is another thing where I'm kind of, you know, bridging into. Eyeshadow wasn't always really my thing. I would just, you know.
Yeah.
And then I work, you know, state government office. So, you know, I try to be as neutral
of course
as possible.
Of course. No, that's totally understandable.
I wanted to also ask you too, since you're well versed in hair as well.
Yeah.
I was thinking about lightening, like adding some color to my hair. What color do you think would be suitable?
So I would do like a chestnut brown. I'll have to show you some photos because that's hard for me to say, oh yeah, this color, because like in colorist terms, like shades don't have a name. It's like, it's numbers and letters.
Yeah.
So I'll show you some pictures of what I'm thinking, because even still, like, oh, chestnut brown, well, that could look different to anybody, you know? It's like, well, what exactly is that?
Have you been glamming girls all week?
Yes. Yes. Tomorrow, Saturday are big shows. So that's why everybody is literally calling and texting me right now. It's so cool. I've never done makeup on anyone that like follows me.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I didn't know that. I mean, I know you did, you know, competitors, but I know, like, I think you said back in the day you used to do bridal.
I did, yeah.
You do photo shoots and stuff. So I just assumed for the people that were closer to you where you lived that you had done that.
No, well, okay, hold on, I take that back. So I did bridal for a subscriber once, and like now she's actually like one of my best friends. Shout out to Jermaine. But yeah, she's I don't like, and it's so funny, it's true what they say, like people in your area do not support you. And I used to get so upset about it, but I don't know, that's just the way it is, you know. Your biggest supporters are going to be people that have never met you before.
That is crazy.
Let me clarify this. What I mean is people in your area, those are not your hardcore ride or dies when it comes to social media. So when it comes to watching your content, engaging with your content, subscribing and liking, those are not my supporters in regards to content creation. But when it comes to obviously like services, hair, makeup, yes, but not in the realm of social media.
I'm telling you now, if we lived close together, I'm like, I need makeup for this event, I need makeup for this event.
I'm taking my watch off. I literally cannot. All right, fam, here's our sister. This is the finished look. Look down with the eyes for me. She's got on the Amberp Beauty palette. We were working on just that undertone. So basically what I did was I was telling her I used Estee Lauder Double Wear, but we did 5W 1.5 on the outside of the face. And then in the perimeter, we did 5W1, and we even used that as concealer. So that way she's more balanced and everything matches appropriately with her chest to her face.
Thanks, Amber.
Of course. Fam, I'm shook right now, okay? Because when Christina emailed me for the makeup lesson, like, I thought she was someone that was in town to watch the show. And I was like, of course, yeah, come on through. I didn't realize she was... Camera died. I didn't realize she was part of the fam. She drove an hour and a half to do a makeup lesson with me. And beyond flattered. Stuff like that definitely keeps me going and motivated. Is you guys, like, anytime y'all tell me keep going, or Amber, keep creating content, we love this, we love that, like, I don't think y'all really realize that a good chunk of why I keep pushing through and putting out all my beauty content is because of you all. I love y'all so much. I love doing it, and it just makes me feel good knowing that, okay, what I'm doing is helping others, because it's like, put all that other stuff to the side. Like, I'm done trying to chase the rat race of growing and getting brands to notice me. Like, I don't care about that no more. If my subscriber count stays at where it is forever, whatever, cool. That just lets me know, that just means that I have these people here that just F with me hard. They like my content. Like, my content is now, it's for y'all. It's always been for y'all, but this has made that very clear to me. So, Christina, love you down, girl. You're so sweet. You're so kind. And I love all y'all. All right, fam. That is the end of what I got as far as Christina's makeup lesson. I did not want to record the entire thing just simply because I wanted to make sure that I got to spend time with her, because it was just an awesome experience. It was so surreal, so grateful, as per usual. I'm still shook. She drove an hour and a half to have a makeup lesson with me. So of course I wanted to make sure that she was getting all the information that she needed, that she's getting her money's worth, and for us to have our time together. So that's why I didn't do the full on video, and also it would have been really, really long. So if you guys are interested in makeup lessons and you are in the Charlotte surrounding area, I do one-on-one in-person makeup lessons, so that's available down below. I also do virtual beauty consultations. That is available down below. Y'all know I travel a lot, and so I'm going to start opening this up to you guys, because without my subscribers, I would not be here. I actually met one of my subscribers last night while I was at work, Mind Your Mess, which every time I see her name pop up, I bust out laughing, because I love the handle Mind Your Mess. But I was working yesterday and I saw her from across the way and she was waving, so I waved back and she's like, can I tell you something? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And she told me that she's a YouTube follower, and I was just kind of like, this is crazy that I am starting to meet more of you out in public. Someone else met me when I was at work, and then another person met me when I was in the airport. So I'm always taken aback by it, especially now, because I've gotten comfortable with it through other bodybuilders, because bodybuilding is very niche, right? So we all run in the same pack, we all watch the same content. So I finally have gotten used to other bodybuilders that watch my content come up to me. But you guys who are not bodybuilders and you've just been rocking with me since the beginning of time, watching my content, and I meet you guys, I'm always like, whoa, that is insanity. So shout out to Christina. If you see that I am in your area doing stage glam and you would like to do a one-on-one makeup lesson, just shoot me an email. My email's down below in the description. It's info@amberpbeauty.com. I respond to all of my emails, and then I have not set a date yet. By the time this goes live, I will set a date. I'm going to do a beauty webinar, just like a massive beauty webinar. I'm not sure yet. I have to get the date. It will be sometime in December, and this webinar is going to be for everyone. So I've been doing stage glam webinars once a month, and that solely focuses on stage glam. However, I want to do a beauty, that's what I'm going to call it, beauty basics webinar. And fam, let's get down to the beauty basics. On December 17th, I am having my very first beauty basics webinar. Y'all know I started doing Stage Glam webinars back in August. However, this is different. This is not that. This is not Stage Glam at all. This is open to everybody, athletes, non-athletes, all skin tones. Doesn't matter. I want to help you understand the basics of your skincare and your makeup so that way you know what you're doing. I know there are so many different videos or so many different products, and a lot of the common consensus in my DMs is, what do I do? Where do I start? That is what this is for. So December 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if for some reason you can't make it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Sign up. Everyone's going to get the replay sent to you after. You're going to have all the recommendations and the video replay will be there. That will be up for 72 hours. So make sure you take advantage. All right. So come hang out with me December 17th. We're going to get into the beauty basics. We go over basic skincare, we go over basic makeup, application techniques, because I love teaching, I love beauty, I love helping y'all. So therefore the link for that will be down below as well. So as per usual, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I've got some content coming up for you. However, I'm in another life transition. Like, everything is fine. You know, you have to keep going after your goals and your dreams until you get it right. And sometimes that means you have to rinse and repeat. You got to try something that didn't work. Okay, try it another way. Try it again. So you guys know I am no stranger to trying something and just reevaluating and, you know, readjusting it. So I'm in a readjustment phase right now. So if content is lacking, please just have some grace with your girl. I understand, like, this time of the year is the holiday time, and, you know, from a YouTuber business perspective, that's when you need to be putting out the content, pushing your affiliate links, but y'all know I don't give a shit about that. I post what I want, when I want, how I feel. I post for y'all. So if content is lacking, please know that it's because we in another transition. Y'all will see what's happening soon. And then thank you so much to everyone that has just sent out kind words and prayers towards Murillo. He will be getting a surgery here in the next couple of weeks. So we're just fingers crossed. Everything's good. God's got it. He's good. I'm good. It's been hard. It's been stressful. It's been scary. Life been lifing, but God. Keep it simple. Cast on Burnett.